everyone, welcome to an episode of World of Tanks Live. It's been a while since I did one of these, but I'm hopping back into it. It's the series where you can request that I play any tank in my garage. I do have close to 100 tanks in there now. You can go over to spacegk.com/tanklist to see all the different tanks that I have. There will be a link in that in the video description in case you don't want to type that out and you're lazy like I am. Also, if you do like what you see in my mod pack here that I'm going to show you, I'll leave a link in the video description for that as well. But today we have the T-150. It's one that people requested to see a while back when I did the last episode. And after this I have the Rheinmetall Borsig, the TOG-2, because you guys always seem to make me play that thing, even though I hate it with a passion. And the Tiger P is in there as well. So eventually I will get to those tanks sooner or later. If you want to request more, you can do so in the comments below. So, the T-150, let me tell you a little bit about that one. The T-150 is very commonly used as a heavy tank in Tier 6 strongholds and Clan Wars battles, stuff like that, and often in tournaments as well. Why? Because it's a pretty tough tank. It's arguably the toughest at its tier, and it's got a pretty good kick to its gun. It's got an average of 300 damage. The KV-85 would be the second big choice for Tier 6 heavy tanks for events like that. The thing that makes the KV-85 different is it has 15mm less armor on the hull, which is more important than you might think sometimes. It depends, but it makes its survivability a little bit better. However, it comes at a cost. It makes it slower. The KV-85 also has a quicker reload time, and this also comes at a cost. It means that it has a lower alpha damage, so 250 damage per shot from the KV-85 versus 300 damage per shot from the T-150. So it's a bit of a bummer there, but at the same time, they're still both very competitive vehicles. The KV-85 is one that my clan personally prefers just because it is a little bit speedier, and we kind of go by the philosophy of everybody's firing Goldie anyway, so how important is armor actually? And it still has some importance to an extent, but we prefer to have a little bit more speed that we can use there. But anyways, I do have a better crew in my KV-85. I have a female crew there compared to the T-150, which has an alright crew, but it's been recently retrained and stuck into this tank from the KV-1. By recently I mean it was stuck in this tank 6 months ago when I got it, and I just retrained it 5 minutes ago. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Equipment, I have a gun rammer, and for some strange reason I had coated optics on it. So we have a T-150 with somewhat greater than crappy view range, and I have premium consumables, which I'm going to change out a little bit here, because I don't have any of the large repair kits in my depot. But for some reason I have, let's look at premium first aid kits, I have 238 of those in the depot, and premium extinguishers I use on everything now because I have 367 of them in the depot. I've never ever purchased them with the purpose of adding them to my depot. I just win them in missions and daily missions. Pretty much any time you come on here and play 20 battles in one session, you're gonna win a bunch of consumables like that, and that's just kind of how I got most of those. So now I use them all the time, except for the repair kits, which I use more often, so I burned through them like mad. But we'll leave it at that, I suppose. I choose to buy it with credits always. That's one of the mods on my mod pack that makes it credits by default rather than gold. So you're a little bit less likely to spend money by accident. I do have a fair amount of premium in this tank, but I'll leave it like that, just in case we run to a tier 8 battle. But I had that loadout for strongholds and whatnot, just in case. I do have the 107mm on this thing, which is the 300 damage alpha. There is a 450 damage gun, but you're firing high explosive with that one because it has 61mm of penetration. So, if you want to patrol, there you go, fire the 122, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the 107 because it's a little bit more reliable for this one. Everything else should be fully upgraded. And let's get ready to go. So typically I do 2 battles in each of these tanks during this. So from previous experiences, it seems like the first battle always goes absolutely terribly, and the second battle actually goes all right. Hopefully we can do good in both of these, but we'll see what happens. Mind you, it's been at least 6 months since I played this tank, and last time I played it, I probably played it with the untrained KV-1 crew in it. So, be gentle, be gentle. Both you guys be gentle to me, and Matchmaker looks like it wasn't too rough on us. But World of Tanks, be nice. There's Tier 7 artillery, an E25, and a T-29. And they have an extra Tier 7 over us, albeit it's artillery. Oh, actually, no, it's not artillery, it's the T-29, I guess. Because we have an artillery at Tier 7 as well. So we have to keep that in mind. What's our reload time? Almost 10 seconds? 9.4 seconds. That's a little bit rough. But the difference in this series, and this so-called live series, what I call it, versus the World of Tanks gameplay series I do. The World of Tanks gameplay series is all post-commentated, so it's if I sit down all night and play a bunch of games and I have a really good one, then I save the replay and record my voice over it later. This one, I'm talking as I play, so in theory the commentary isn't going to be quite as good. What's the chances of that hitting? Every once in a while it works though. But in theory the commentary isn't going to be quite as good, but anything could happen, and I have no idea what's going to happen. Please don't shoot me in the back, KV-85. Thank you. Whenever you drive in front of somebody aiming at something, you always think that. And every once in a while it happens. And I feel really bad when I do it to somebody, when I shoot them. Especially if, say for example, I'm in the FV215-183 firing Hesh rounds with an average damage of 1,750, and I accidentally derp an allied Tier 10 in the back, penetrating. Oh. I've done that a couple times. That's one way to make yourself instantly blue. I'm surprised it doesn't just automatically ban me right then and there, because the game will do that. If you turn blue and you keep shooting stuff, the game will ban you. Probably just be like a 1 hour ban, at least for the first offense, but you know, you want to take that risk? I'm kind of afraid to make myself shown with that S51 artillery. The Skoda's probably going to peek just long enough to spot me. Yep, just like that. Guaranteed I'm spotted. I don't have Sixth Sense trained. That's my skills, by the way. Somebody thought that was the enemy player's tank when I brought this menu up. But if you hit backspace in this mod pack, then it shows you your crew skills. Alright. I'm afraid to move up. Looks like the bridge has a lot of enemies at it. We have several allies there as well. Ice road to be determined. I guess we'll move up a little bit and see just how painful this becomes. There might be somebody hiding in the bushes over there as well. You can see on the right side in this pack who has been spotted and who has not been. And we can see on the map their last spotted locations. We might get shot when we go around this corner. And it could be from over there, it could be from straight over there, it could be from our left sides. So let's see what happens. Maybe we'll catch them off guard. They won't be paying attention. We can do 300 and something damage. Right into their butts, and there's a rock behind that bush. 329. Let's go to T-40. Not too scared of, but at the same time I don't want to get shot. They're going down low. The Panzer IV is going to put a shot into them. I'm going to continue on, because they might try to retreat up this hill over here. There's a Wolverine over there. I can shoot him. If I get a really high roll, I can one-shot him. Well, now he's dead if I hit him. But that wasn't... Yeah, he was behind that ridge before I fired. Gun isn't the best handling thing. I should probably get a gun laying drive on this thing rather than those optics. I don't know why I have the coded optics. There we go. That works. T-34. If I can kill him before artillery hits me. I am quite worried about that. Let's move over to the right side here. There might be a T-150 back there behind him, so I have to keep that in mind. Guys down there are dead. But I'm moving to the right side so artillery can't hit me. Hopefully. That's the theory. That's the plan. So we shouldn't need many of our gold rounds this game, at least. He's probably still there, hiding behind those rocks. As soon as I move up, I'm spotted. And once I do that, I'm committed, so I want to wait for this M6 to come help me. Looks like he's moving in, so I'll move in with him. See if we can make this a 2v1 situation right here. Is he still here? He snuck out. He must have snuck out that way. So that means there's a T-34, there he is, and a T-150 around this corner. In this tank, to make most effective use of its armor, you should angle yourself. Oops. I missed. That one wasn't angled, but it was still enough to bounce. There's an E8 here as well. Alright, he's dead. This T-150 is going to get a couple shots in the side very soon here. Alright, he's going to be reloaded. He's dead anyway. Let's push on this E8. Maybe we could shoot something down low. Our base is in trouble. This guy will be dead momentarily. If the M6 gets out of the way, that would be helpful. M6, well, he's all yours, I guess. Artillery, hello. Thank you for the free kill. 3 kills so far. You gonna kill yourself, E25? No? Okay. I see people do it here before. I've done it here before. Just trying to roll down the hill like that with the old physics. Older physics now. Alright, so we've got artillery in their base, or these heavies pushing on our cap. As long as our Panzer IV gets in the cap there, then we have a guaranteed victory. Else our KB2, who might be AFK? I'm trying to see if his icon's moving. I can't tell while I'm moving. Regardless. Oh well, KB2 is there. And that other guy's at 121 health, so that's all the damage we get to do this game. Not too bad. I'll take it. 1,400 damage. That's a win rate of about 2,700 and 3 kills. I'll take it. We'll still do one more game in this thing. Unless the first game is a really drawn-out game, like 15 minutes kind of thing, then we always do a second one as well. Just to give the episode a little bit more length. You can't call me lazy. You get a good idea what the tank can can face. Its advantages and disadvantages a little bit more. It's a good idea to request a tank here in this series if you're thinking about buying it, or want advice on playing it, or on fighting them. So going over to the website previously mentioned in the video description there, and request a tank. Please don't request tanks I don't have. Please don't request tanks without even looking at the list. I will ignore you. Alright, not my favorite map. Let's see here. We're top tier, that's good. Artillery, we have a FE304 and that Panzer 4B whatchamacallit thing, so we're gonna have a lot of shells coming in. If we get a track blown off, they could quite easily keep it that way as long as they want, unless they miss. So let's move in. I'm gonna go to my favorite first spot. Looking at the team lists, they do have a fair amount of mediums. Cromwell, go away. That would have been nice if that would have hit. Unlikely, but would have been nice. He's working that ridge, which keeps our team from poking up and doing the same thing because they're spotted as soon as I peek already. I think their team's going to win the south. Ours probably the north. That's my prediction. Unless their mediums went somewhere funky, which I see a couple in here already, so maybe they did. Hopefully the south can do something down there then. And there's always TDs back on that ridge. There's only two TDs in this game. Neither of them have been spotted yet, so they're probably back there. Excelsier's not going to peek up, is he? He's got a tough turret. I don't really want to fight his turret. He's a tier lower. I have a chance. Not really afraid of him so much as I am afraid of not hitting him and then taking shots in return. Alright, our team is pushed up here. I need to get going. I'm way behind on this. SU-100 goes around the corner, takes out the Hetzer in one shot. I'll help him out here. I think he's got this under control, to be honest, but we'll steal kill. Excuse me, KB1. Turn! Can you turn too, please? Unless you plan on driving over to the mountains there. Ooh, SU-100. The town there is overrun with mediums. Can I kill this E2 here? And then I'll cross the... You know what? Let's deal with the Matilda first. He's made his presence known. Aim in faster. Aim in faster. Okay, we hit him. That must be the E2 hitting that guy, or else artillery, the KB1. The E2 has the derp gun. Let's get into town here. Attack these mediums, get them out of here. E2 looks like he's either hidden behind a bush or he's back down the hill and run away. Total Black Prince shouldn't be too much of a problem, especially with me and the T1 heavy here. He's running from me. He decided that he's more afraid of me than he is of the T1. I would have done the same thing. You know you're dead, you might as well go after what you think you can do the most damage to before you die. You wouldn't be very effective against me, I don't think. More help to the team that way. And looks like we're going to win this one pretty easily. The artillery is not happy about its team. No one else is in town here. The E2 was still alive somewhere. He must have ran away completely. They're probably on the side of this bridge here waiting to snipe me as I poke out here, which is probably a really stupid thing for me to do. Hey, artillery. That missed. And this thing can almost out-reload me. I'm going in. Oh yeah, there they are over there. In places. Oh. They're all here. Oh, that missed. Well. Ramming speed. Okay, that was my track gone. I was gonna ram him, and I slid down the hill without a track. I didn't realize I auto-aimed onto him by accident. Alright, well we got ourselves a couple kills here at least. I don't know how much more we can do. We can go try to climb the hill in this sluggish heavy, but these mediums are probably going to beat me there. 85 will beat me there. This is one of those times where you hope all your allies go in there one at a time and get themselves killed, so you can go in there and get the kill. But I didn't push aggressively enough at the beginning, and our allies killed them pretty quick. So that was my mistake. Not reading the situation correctly. Now it's just this toaster over here, and he'll be long dead before I get up this hill. Still, not too bad of a game. 777 health. We almost did our health points, so not great, but the first one was actually better. Usually the second one is better, but I'm okay with that. What do we do? Matilda Black Prince, keeping in mind one of these shots were... Oh, that only shot was a kill shot. Damn, just destroyed his fuel tank, so it would have set him on fire. And the Excelsior, which was also the kill shot, damaged his engine because it was through the back of his tank, or the back side of his tank. Fourth on our team for damage done, second for experience, considering we didn't even do that great, but it was a more consistent damage done across the board by our team than their team, and that seems to be a pretty common thing. So the guy across from me did 400 damage, the guy across from him did 400, 200, consistently. Our team had closer to the same values of damage. You often see that on a losing team. The top guy might have some crazy amount of damage, but then everybody else under him is kind of not so great, and there'll be several people with 0. Even though we had a couple with 0, we still had more consistent damages across the board. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Feel free to request more tanks. I'll be doing the Rheinmetall Waffenträger Borsig next, which is this thingamajigger. I do carry the 750 damage gun, the big gun on it, which I think is a lot more fun, and I'll tell you why I think it makes more sense to have that gun in the next episode when I play it. So I'll see you then. Make sure you vote for a tank. Bye.